Hey YouTube land, and I hate when people say that, and I just said it. This is the male voice of the United Owl Film Society, and I have a very interesting story to tell you. But first and foremost, I want to tell you what our plan is. And here's our plan. Our plan is to film the commentary of old, usually public domain films or films that are hard to find, and have those audio tracks available for you to watch with the film. And we'll always tell you how we found the film. If we can find a hyperlink to the film that is not illegal, then we're going to do that. And if there's another way we can bring you the film without going through legal issues, which is the story, then we're going to do that. And if that maybe we do the commentary on the YouTube channel, and then we have a link where we can show the video and the commentary simultaneously instead of you having to download or trying to find it or, clog up your internet and your browser to watch this film with us. Whatever. But we're going to try to make this as easy as possible for you, the viewer. Because I don't like complicated, and I've been a viewer. I've been on YouTube since this started out. And I understand you could get very disgruntled with the way things, you go and you're like, I'm going to watch this video, and then it turns out to be not what you expected, and you click off and you get all disgusted and you're like, well, this is stupid. So, with that being said, it's story time. Story time with a male voice. And here we go. So, the other day, we uploaded a video. It was our first video. It was Christopher Lee. It was the night, because we wanted to do a memorial film for Christopher Lee. I love Christopher Lee. Most horror, old horror people love Christopher Lee. He did a very extensive catalog of really good movies and some really bad movies. Whatever your opinion is, still love Christopher Lee. Fantastic offer. It also had Peter Cushing in it, so that was also pretty cool. It was called Horror Express. I don't know if I said that or not, but reiterating, it was Horror Express, which is a more well-known video for him. For Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. So anyway, and what we usually do is we'll first give the back information onto the video, like when it was made, if we could find out who it was made by, sort of the plot summary, and then we'll try to go into the film and do we have a dry sense of humor, be fair and warned. We have a dry sense of humor, so we'll do our dry sense, and we'll talk about, stuff related to the film too during it. It's not just going to be funny, haha commentary. So, if it's both educational and funny, if you find our sense of humor funny. So anyway, back to what I was going to say. And the whole reason for this video, really, is that we uploaded our first video. It took 7 hours to render. Because I did it in HD, and I don't know why I did it in HD. I just wanted to be like, I'm going to do it in HD, because I'm that person. And then it took us 2 hours to watch the movie and do the commentary and record. So altogether, that's like 2 hours of the movie. And then it took about 300 minutes on the Google counter or the YouTube counter to say that, to upload the full file. Okay, so the file's up. We're happy about it. We go to bed. We're all like, woohoo! We did our first film. Me and my fiance are ecstatic. We were playing out in our head. What we're going to do next. Then I wake up, and I usually handle the accounts. The account part, because this has been my thing. I've been egging for about a year now to do this, so. And like when you plan on doing something, and then other people have other plans for you to do something, and then you have to do what those other people plan for you to do, but they don't tell you to the last second. That's always our life. It seems like when we try to plan something and try to do something, somebody else goes, "Oh, by the way, I already have plans for you." And it's always something like, "Can you watch the kids?" Alright, I'm not going to say no on that aspect. It just gets sort of annoying, or, we're not feeling good, or we're just not feeling comical that day. So, yeah, it's taken us a year to finally bite the bullet. But we finally bit the bullet, and we were excited about it. And so I got up the next morning, and then, which is like late afternoon for us anymore, and I click on the channel, and it goes, "You've been hit with a content ID," and I'm like, okay. And I mean, I know this happens. So, third-party content ID hit. It's sort of disgruntled, but I was like, it's probably just somebody that is just being a douche. I'm not sure what's going on. So, I looked at it, and they're saying that like 5 minutes of the clip is theirs. Well, I'm one of those people to be like, if I want to show it, I want to show it. If I had to cut 5 minutes of a film, then you're going to be wondering what happened in those 5 minutes. I do that. I can't even like go into a movie halfway through and be like, I'm going to watch this movie now. No, I'm the ones like, if I don't see it from the beginning, I'm not watching it. If somebody else is watching a movie and they're like, oh, watch this movie with me, and it's like, even 4 or 5 minutes into it, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. I need to see that the sub, the actors in it, I guess, and the raindrop window. I don't know, but I had to watch it from the beginning because I watch a lot of obscure movies like Memento, for instance. So if you don't watch, like, if you've ever watched Memento, you know that you have to like lock yourself into a room with no distractions for like 2 hours, trying to figure this movie out. And that's what I'm sort of used to, because I like cult movies. I love cult movies. I love movies nobody's ever heard of before, or very few people have heard of. I love public domain films, and that's why we're doing this, because we have this love, and we want to give you this love. That's what our joy is. So anyway, we got hit. And then I was like, well, we're going to appeal it, because I'm not just going to be like, and what they did was that they're going to take our monetary, because we monetized it. We're not going to do anything for free, unfortunately. And, I mean, fortunately and unfortunately, this is the world. We have to have money in order to do things. I had to have gas to put in my car, and unfortunately, gas is not free. Programs aren't free. So, and everyone wants everything for free, and you butt heads. But anyway, so this company banned us, and I'm not even going to say the company because the name pisses me off. But let's just say that the company that said that the Horror Express was their legal right doesn't have a web presence. They don't. And so that was a little bizarre for me. Somebody else had an issue with the same company. I found it on like a Google form for YouTube, and they were stating that like they had the same issue, and they were attacking 3 or 4 of their movies dating from like the 60s. And mind you, Horror Express is like done in the 70s, but there was a snafu, and let's just say it's Horror Express public domain. So, and they got the same issue on 4, and then they tried to appeal it, and they said that, they said no, and they were trying to appeal it on public domain, so we decided to do it on fair use, because our movies are fair use and public domain. So, either way, a company doesn't have a leg to stand on. But this company says no, because the way that they do it is that YouTube doesn't mediate. And I think that's the worst part of it. I'm not saying every time somebody does a content ID against you, YouTube has to step in and somebody has to review your tape. No. What I'm thinking should happen is that there should be a 3-step process. Okay? And, I hate when people just bitch and bitch and bitch, but there's no solution. Well, I'm trying to come up with a solution in my head. And This is Google. This is YouTube. You know, how I would do it if I could. If they would put me on the payroll, and I'll do it remotely. I'll be happy to do it. You know, you give me the money, you give me, you know, and I can do it remotely and be with my family. And, you know, I'll be happy to go through every video all night and not sleep but like 4 hours and do it all over again. If you pay me good. But anyway, I regress. So, they say that they don't mediate between the owner, the claimer, the claimant, as they call it, which, whatever, and then the YouTube owner. You know, us, the creator. So, this claimant is saying that we can't monetize it for ourselves. Our money for ad revenue is going towards them. They're banning us in 2 different countries, Spain and Angola, which is on the tip near the ocean of Spain. I had to look it up myself, and I'm not a geography buff, but I do know where basic countries lay at. Don't ask me about Africa, though. I know where Africa is, I just don't know the, you know, the names of the week of African countries. But, so there was you know, so we appealed it, and we did it the fair use. Me and my fiance, you know, she got her, you know, associates in English. I got mine in art. So I got my bachelor's in graphic design, actually. So I'm minorly legal-headed because of freelancing graphic design. You have to know copyright and creative copyrights. So I have an idea what's going on. But she's better at explaining it and doing it in legal jargon. So we go, this is fair use. We're a public domain group. And this is not right, basically. And the company, today, actually early in the morning, about 5 o'clock our time, they said that, no, your claims are, you know, are not right. So I'm like, so yeah, in YouTube you have 2 options. You have the option to delete it, which we did, and then you have the option to appeal it again, but have the chance of a strike. This is where YouTube needs to step in. And to go and look, okay, not the first time, but the second time. And they need to look at it and go, does this, you know, and there needs to be several parts to this. They need to look and see if the company's legit. Because there's a lot of false claims out there that are hurting a lot of good creators and YouTubers and just people in general. Number 2, do they actually have the real license to the product that they say that they have? It's like if you're driving a car, a cop pulls you over, you're going to be asked for your license. Well, if you say, well, trust me, I have the license, the cop's going to look at you and go, no, you don't. You have to show me the actual license. So if you're saying that you have the licensure to this product, you have to be able to it has to be legal documented licensure. You can't just say, I bought a catalog of the product. And this is what the company's saying. We bought the catalog from this guy. I mean, we bought all the copyrights to it. To all these domain videos. These public domain videos. Number 1, you can't, once it falls into the public domain, you can't just go recopyright it after it does that. Once it fails, and there's processes, and copyright law is very tricky. And I understand that. But then their argument on this forum was, oh, well, either you do what we say or you pay the consequences. Number 1, that doesn't sound like a legal thing to say. Number 2, they're like, well, we bought it from this guy. And so we have the right, ha, 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 ha. And then they went on and go, well, copyright law is tricky, but what might be, copyright, public domain in one country is not public domain in another country. And that might be true. I really don't know. But, I mean, usually, and this is how I view it. I think that if, let's say, if you're a YouTuber from the United States or from England or from Spain or whatever, if something is public domain in Spain or in you know, let's use Spain for instance, because if something is public domain in Spain or legal in Spain, but it's not, but maybe illegal in the United States, I'm not saying you should ban them, but just but I think you should follow that YouTuber's country is the legal process, not trying to make everybody comfortable. Have this universal law which no one wants to play by, and then have these false claimants coming to you to a small 4 views, people, 4 views so far, and saying that they own the product and they want to make money off of our effort. And that pissed me off. That's the thing that pissed me off. So we didn't appeal, we just took it down. Okay, and what does that mean for you? What does that mean for you? Well, that means that we're going to have to go with our plan B. And that's going to be releasing the commentary just by itself. I'll put probably some of my own illustrations and stuff inside of it, because I like doing that type of thing. And it's exposure for me, yes, it's sort of a selfish thing. But also, I wanted something that's my own to it. And then we're probably gonna do like posters of from the original play posters and stuff like that we can find. And then we're gonna do the commentary, but we're gonna give you the hyperlink. That's the big thing. We're going to give you the hyperlink to the movie if it's a movie that we can find without doing illegals, because I don't want to get in trouble with the legal departments, and not just like everybody's legal department, but I'm just saying like with the FBI, or I don't know, somebody who, the film police, and then the thought police after that, I don't know, but anyway, we're going to give you, like if it's on the Internet Archive, we're going to give you that hyperlink so you can put us in one browser and watch the video in another browser. That's option B for YouTube. So, I heard that there's another like YouTube like thing. We're going to look into it, see if it's, and then we're going to put a hyperlink to that one. Now, we want to make money off of this, obviously. Everybody wants to make money off of what they do, what they enjoy. So, I mean, we're just playing around with different things right now. But, I mean, I don't want to be like, you have to do all the legwork. I want to do all the legwork for you, and I want you to enjoy the movie. You, the casual viewer, needs to enjoy the movie. What's the point of going, I'm going to watch this commentary? Oh, I get disgruntled with that. I don't like that. And I'm expecting you to do something I don't like. I don't think that's right. That's not right at all. So we're going to try to play different things, but we're going to be gun shy because of false claimants like this person, because they didn't back down and they want to give us a strike because they didn't have the license, or they didn't have to prove the license. They didn't have to do anything on their behalf. They can just say, but that's my product, and because I live in China, that's my product, and I'm going to be a weasel and an asshole, and try to take down, try to monetize your thing, and if you don't like it, then I'm going to hurt you. That's not right. And I should be able to, every YouTube creator needs to be able to contact the legal department. And if they don't, I don't care if it takes 30 days. A lot of people are like, oh, it's going to take 30 days. I'd rather it take 30 days and know that it's done right, and that I'm right or I'm wrong, and they go, look, you were wrong. You have one of two options: take down the video or do what they originally said, or, and that won't affect you. If you keep it up and if you keep doing this, then we're going to give you the strike. I'm fine with that. But when you give it to a company that goes, who has, they're going to do what they're going to, if I was that guy, I wouldn't do it. If there was a way I can make money off of somebody else, which is, the normal occurrence anymore. You work for somebody, and the person up top is making like $3,000 more than you. Yeah, or $30,000 more. However, it's a multi-billion company, and you're working there for $9.50 an hour. Come on, people. That person's making buku bucks, and you're making nothing. And that's what's happening, because with this guy is doing the exact same thing, but he's just doing it in an internet form, and you're never gonna, you're not even gonna hear who his name is. And they don't have to provide anything. And I think that's the bullshit part. You don't actually have to provide the licensure. They don't have to actually prove it to the YouTuber that they have the licensure. Oh, that's none of your business. No, that is my business. Because this is now my business. And if I did something wrong, I want to be sure that, I'm like, okay, so if I uploaded something that requires a licensure, I want the company to be like, look, you can have one or two options. We can monetize it. You can split up the monetization. You get a certain percentage, which might be like 50 cents, and they get 50 cents per view, whatever. But we'll give you the licensure, or you make a deal with them to get the licensure. If they will work with you, I'm okay with that. But instead, they want you to just take it up the ass, and they want to take all your profit, and they don't have to do anything, and they don't have to prove anything. And there's where I'm pissed off at. That's why I'm pissed off. And I'm just like looking, I'm like, this is our first video, and this was a fantastic learning experience. Thank you. And I'm not gonna let one little fucking weasel that can't even, who's threatening people online and then is doing this type of bullshit. Yeah, I'm not gonna let him stop me. And you're the viewer. Yeah, there's other commentaries you can watch, but for some reason you like our commentary. If you're watching this on a later date, you like our voices. You like that we have a dry sense of humor. I don't know and I would love to know why you like us, to be honest. Why even? This is going on for it's going to go on for half an hour. Why you're still listening to this? Maybe I bring up good points. Maybe you just want to hear somebody ramble or just be angry, and that's fine with me too. Because you know what? I do get angry when people try to fuck me over for no apparently good reason. This guy is just a fucking pickpocket right now. That's all he is. And people like this, YouTube should be people should be able to flag companies also. This company has attacked all these YouTubers, and YouTube legal department needs to look into these and go, do you have a leg to land on? I'm not talking Universal or Disney. I'm talking these really small time guys who are saying that they own the property, which they don't own because no one can own. It was like trying to say, I'm the company that owns the sun, give me money for bathing in it. That's what basically what public domain is. It's the sun. And somebody's trying to say, some guy walks up to you and go, we own the sun, give me money. You use the sun, you owe me money. Well, can you show? I don't have to. Just take my word for it. Well, can I mediate? No one's going to mediate this. You're up on your own. So what do? Well, I'm not going to use the sun anymore. Or you pay the person the money. Well, I'm the one who decided I'm not going to use the sun anymore. I'm going to try to find my own way to get around your little stupid accusations. So I'm hoping that this guy's listen to this right now and hear me rambling. Because, and because this is not right. This is not right. And I'm waiting for the day for this to end. Because this is turning into RoboCop with the T90s. It's just going to be, oh, you don't have your ID badge, or you're not that special, and somebody goes in there and hacks it. It's like, we don't like your face. We don't like your nationality. We don't like your color. We're going to kill you no matter what. That's what it's boiling down to. You're having all these computers decide, and I love and hate computers. I'll be honest. You know, makes my job a lot easier. But the issue too is that you can't rely on computers to do everything for you. Well, we know the law. Yeah, you may know the basics of the law, but there's so many gray zones in the law. That's how people exploit the law. You find that gray zone, and you can exploit the law, and that's what's happening. But the issue too is that somebody's trying to say we own this without owning this. All right, I've rambled on and long enough. This may be incoherent, but this is my second time doing this. I'm done. I'm pissed off. I'm gonna go relax. It needed to be said. So from the Night Owl Film Society, see ya. Like, subscribe, do your normal thing. We'll see you in the next video. And comment if you like us or not. And why don't you like us? Why do you like us? I really want to know why you like us. What we could do better. But just chill out. We'll figure shit out. So you don't have to do all the legwork. We want you to enjoy the movies as much as we do. So, from the Film Society, we're out of here. Bye.